So this is the cockpit of the Halberg Rassy Rasmus 35. You see the hardtop here with the solar panels and everything, and so there's a protected and spacious area with real nice corners where you can lean in every direction, and you can lie down smoothly everywhere. There's no wheel disturbing you from lying down. Of course, there's also a table that you can mount. It's not mounted at the moment. Well, it's a very nicely protected area. Also in heavy weathers, you're protected from spray, of course from rain and from sun. You can collect the water though, that's not a problem. There's hoses to collect the rainwater. So let's have a look inside our boat. Maybe it's your boat soon. So it's only 2.5 steps down, which is very nice. It's not like in a cellar, not in a dark room. You just step like 1, 2.5 steps down, and then you're here, the inside of the Halberg Rassy Rasmus 35. So, okay, but let's go further forward. So the V-berth, that's where we usually live in or sleep in. It's spacious enough, it's long enough for tall people. I'm 6'2", and I think you could be at least 7 foot easily and still have a nice sleep here. And there's a big hatch that delivers lots and lots of air. It's like with a wind sail. Okay, here's kind of a locker room with a really big and very deep cupboard. It's I think 1 meter going inside. It's really spacious. And here there's the bathroom, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see. So yeah, that's Halberg Rassy build quality. Lots and lots of storage here. There's a inox black water tank. There's more storage, and below there's boards you can take out, and there's still more to find as well. Here, everywhere. Lots of storage. By the way, you can imagine that the V-berth itself provides, I don't know, maybe 2 cubic meters of storage. It's storage for sails, spare parts, clothes, whatever. So that's the sitting area. You see that we replaced the backrests, the back cushions, the long ones, because we're in the tropical area. We want it cool and we want more space, and we want the storage here with better access. There's all our medication and other stuff. In here there's a little water maker and all the equipment you need. It's a poor power survivor. So it's just a little one, but it runs on solar, and it's enough to provide the water you need. This is the galley with a fridge. Here the fridge is pretty new. Here's storage for little things and some bottles, and there's more storage. There's the fridge inside here. That's a 3-burner stove with an oven, but we often use the Omnia form to bake. That's what we prefer. Here's the navigation area with radar. It's a standard Horizon with AIS. It's the best GPS and AIS. That's the most expensive version. There's another GPS, there's a Navtex, there's a radar that doesn't work. Battery monitors, and the whole installation, electrical installation, was professionally done 2003 by a Swiss company. It's almost too much what they did. Here the drawers are really huge and deep. You see there's lots of stuff coming out and in. More storage here. There's all the documents we have. The pre-owners wrote down everything, made sketches of all details. It's almost too much. Okay, so I think that's the first impression. What we see here, there's a radio. It's a USB radio. Anything else? Well, apart from our poster that we brought from Havana that gives us good vibrations. Yeah, but I think you see all the wood is in a good condition. Remember, this boat is 46 years old, but it was so well maintained by the Swiss owners. They have to prove all maintenance every 3 years to get the flag certificate. Okay, that's the look in the view in the cockpit from inside. You see there's no big steps. It's very easy to go up and down the cockpit. You can cook here and still communicate with your friends outside in the cockpit. And here you can see the engine. Not to forget, this is the engine room. Let me open this to give you an idea of our engine. It's a well-maintained Volvo Penta MD21, and it has really very low engine hours, and it's built like a tank. It's really a strong engine. The mechanic that worked in it last time was really laughing and showing the parts to everybody. He said, "Did you see this massive material that lasts forever?" And it does. So there's still parts available all over the world, because the engine was very famous also in North Africa. They still run them a lot, and I still find parts on eBay whenever I look. And there's also for example, here there's this cockpit area. It's full to the top, but I tell you, it's down to the waterline. You can live in there. It's huge. It's full of parts and spare parts, electrical things, engine things, engine repair kits like water pump, salt water pump, fresh water pump kits. They are all not so cheap, and this is also filled up with lines and gasoline and diesel and spare anchors and whatever. It's really spacious. Because there's no walk-through to the back cabin, you can use the whole space down to the waterline on both sides. Yeah, and let's have a last look down in the aft cabin. We use it as a storage at the moment, but it's really lovely. We also had guests and charter guests going there and enjoying it, because there's quite a long, the berths are quite long, 2 meters or like almost 7 feet, should be good. And what you see here now stored is our baby. It's our Wind Pilot Pacific Plus wind steering. You can see it has an extra rudder, so that means you're sailing with 2 rudders. If you had a rudder failure, you have a spare rudder. It's not mounted at the moment because we stored it. We didn't need it the last years, and we're going out of the water now, so we keep it stored inside the boat. But it's a really lovely baby. It's working so silently and really nicely. So that's real pleasure sailing with this thing. And of course there's more storage below the whole length of the berth. Also here there's the rudder stuff, and again the second berth here, this side, all storage below, long enough for tall people, no problem at all. Anything else? More storage here. So we've got all our covers here. This is what we use to cover the boat when we're not on board. There's tools, and talking about tools, there's really lots and lots and lots of tools. There's nothing to buy. We've got electric things. We've got an inverter with 1000 watts. There's fishing gear. It's just over complete. You can enter the boat and take off. And here we go back to the cockpit. That was Muoza from inside.